local all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
Right now at 6, we are learning new details about a standoff last week in Stamford. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza has the latest coming up in just a few minutes from now. But first, we want to say good Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Piorlo.
In America areas, so we hope your morning's off to a good start so far. Thanks for checking in. We're checking in with Rachel. We've got a system moving our way. Some people get rain, some people snow. Break it down for us, Rachel.
Yeah, I think a largely rain for most of the state. If you're in northwestern Connecticut, you know the drill. You're likely going to be a little bit colder, and that's going to prompt the potential for some snow later on this afternoon. Now, it's not going to be a lot of snow, but it is the timing that may be a concern moving forward. A lot of us getting on the roadways after about 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, and therefore there could be some isolated slick spots and some problems on the roads. But it's not as cold this morning. That's why a lot of us will be dealing with just rain. Wet snow for northwestern Connecticut later on today. We are warmer than this time yesterday. We are sitting anywhere from 17 to about 25 degrees warmer. And considering the fact that we were in the single digits and teens yesterday morning at this time, I think a lot of us will take the 30s and the 20s right now. At 26 degrees in Torrington, 27 in Waterbury. We're sitting around 35 in Bridgeport, 34 in Chester, and 32 degrees up towards Willimantic, 33 in Putnam. Now, our wind speeds, these are sustained up towards about 20 miles per hour right now. I do anticipate a few more gusts later on this afternoon and evening, closer to 25 to 30 miles per hour, and it remains pretty windy overnight tonight and into tomorrow, too. So for the kids at the bus stop this morning, dressing for the 30s now to around 40 this afternoon. By lunchtime, we will have the clouds that thicken up, and then into the evening, that's when we think those showers and snow showers will likely arrive. So you'll see the morning commute is just fine. There could even be some bonus sunshine first thing this morning before those clouds really thicken up towards noontime. And then after that, anywhere after 2 o'clock or so, it's going to start off scattered at first and then become steadier towards the evening. So in terms of how much snow, I think northwestern Connecticut does have an opportunity to get up towards about 2 inches. Otherwise, most of us will be dealing with that rain. You'll see towards Waterbury about a coating or so. In Stafford, there could be a coating or two for some areas as well. So then noticing overnight tonight into tomorrow will dry out. Temperatures drop off into the 30s in the overnight hours. There could be some isolated slick spots for tomorrow morning's commute, mainly north. Then for tomorrow afternoon, we hold steady in the 30s. Actually going to drop off over the course of the day. We're going to see falling numbers into Thursday afternoon with feels like temperatures only in the teens. We'll talk about where we go from here. Your full 7-day coming up in just a bit. Here at 6:02, we are following just some road work wrapping up here for the 6 o'clock hour. So nothing really major across the state, which is certainly some good news. On 91, we did have some earlier road work in the Meriden area that has cleared. So Cromwell looks fine this morning on 91, both directions, and your drive now looks much better on 91 north as that road work has cleared in the Meriden Wallingford area at about 35 minutes. Harvard to New Haven is around 34. Bridget.
All right, Rachel, thanks. 6:03 now, and there are new developments this morning in that December 2nd standoff in Stamford that ended with a barricaded man dead. The Office of the Inspector General has just released its preliminary report, and it details a disturbing chain of events. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza is in studio with more on how all this unfolded. Priscilla.
Good morning, Bridget and Erica. Well, the preliminary report lays out hour by hour what officers encountered that day on Oak Lawn Avenue and how a foreclosure eviction it quickly escalated into a deadly standoff involving weapons, explosives, and ultimately one death. Now take a look at this video. It shows the intense moment law enforcement officers approached the home of 63-year-old Jed Parkington after hours of negotiating with him. According to the Inspector General, a state marshal went to the home to help the residents vacate due to the foreclosure. When the marshal arrived, he found a woman and a dog outside. As the woman and marshals moved toward the back of the house, Parkington appeared at the door, pushed his wife back outside, and said, "Take her someplace safe. This is not going to end well." The marshal also noticed certain things upon arrival.
And right away, she was taken by his mannerisms, some of the things he said. He showed up at the door in a full camouflage outfit, and it looked like it had Nazi thunderbolts on the collars.
Now, Stamford police were called and drones showed windows blocked with cinder blocks and a roll of carpet. Officers tried negotiating for hours, but Parkington refused to leave. Later, police used a Bearcat vehicle to breach the front door and deployed non-lethal tools like flashbangs, but Parkington fired at officers and repeatedly shot down police drones. Now, officers returned fire, and the report says that around 3:35 p.m., officers heard a single gunshot from inside. Drone footage showed Parkington dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and that same footage also revealed grenades, a pipe bomb, and other explosive devices inside the home. Now, once the bomb squad cleared the scene, investigators found another dead body in a nearby room. The medical examiner ruled that second death a homicide caused by blunt force injuries and gagging. Now, the person's identity has not yet been confirmed. And the Inspector General's office is continuing its investigation, and the identity of the second victim remains unknown at this hour. Stamford Police hasn't released any additional information, but we'll be sure to keep you updated both on air and online once they do. In studio, Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
The Inspector General's office has determined that Stamford police did not cause a man's death when he was in jail earlier this year, but they say the officers on duty could have prevented his death. Now, the chief medical examiner ruled that Jamal Linton's death was a suicide. The Inspector General says police failed in 2 areas by not checking on him when they should have. Records show they only checked once. You can read more about the report right on our website at fox61.com. I-84 in West Hartford back open after one person was hurt in a crash there. State police say it happened yesterday on the eastbound side near exit 46. That's Sisson Avenue. This is video from when the road was closed. Police say the person was hit by a car at about 3:15 in the afternoon. Drivers were diverted to exit 43. That's the Park Road exit. We're still waiting for more details about the incident.
And firefighters and police in Groton responded to a house that caught fire last night. We don't know exactly what caused the fire, but there was significant damage on the second floor. Around half a dozen law enforcement vehicles were on scene. Police told Fox 61 that they were waiting for a warrant to search the property. While officers couldn't tell us what they were looking for exactly, they did tell us we would get an update sometime this morning, so we'll let you know once those details come in. And let's take a look at the scene last night at a house fire in Willington. This is likely to be a total loss, according to Willington's fire chief. To make things even more challenging for fire crews, the only source of water was a nearby pond. No fire hydrants in the neighborhood. One man was home with his pets when the fire started, and luckily all of them made it out safely. The chief says it looks like the fire started in the basement. It took about a half an hour to get most of the flames under control. The chief expressed that everyone needs to make a plan and stay prepared in the event of a fire sparking.
Just make sure your smoke detectors are working. That's really the biggest. Have a plan to get outside in a meeting area outside of the house by the mailbox.
The cause of the fire is now under investigation. The Red Cross is helping the homeowner.
A man accused of killing his father last month pleaded not guilty in court yesterday. So the court now will select a group of jurors for the trial. Joshua Popolarski's arrest warrant claims that he admitted to killing his father on November 14th. Farmington police officers say they found 62-year-old David Popolarczyk inside his Birch Street home with several stab wounds. And the warrant claims that Joshua told detectives that he thought about killing his father since he was a kid. Police say that he told them that his father abused the family in the past. He's due back in court January 27th. And a man accused of killing a woman and her 4-month-old baby appeared in front of a judge yesterday. Lance Morales is facing a charge of murder with special circumstances, in addition to other charges, for the November 2024 death of 20-year-old Josiah Mercado and her son, Messiah Diaz. A third person was also hurt in the shooting but survived. Yesterday, the state attorney asked the judge to approve 2 cheek swabs from Morales after evidence was found in a car. The judge granted the state's motion for a non-testimonial evidence. His next court appearance is February 10th.
6:09 now. Southern Connecticut State University just welcomed a fresh batch of nurses and nursing educators to help the world and save lives.
Fox 61's Jalen Anderson attended the pinning ceremony and has more on why those grads chose this career path.
New nurses and nurse educators are helping fill a void at a time when the need for these medical professionals continues to grow.
Whether we're deemed professionals, by politicians or we're not, we're still going to show up each day and do what we're meant to do, and that's help people.
Whether they were in the 3-year program, 12-month program, or master students, dozens of students accomplish a major goal and are the newest grads from the School of Nursing at Southern Connecticut State University. One of those students says the program helped her realize her passion in caring for people.
A big part of it was reinforced during my clinical experiences when I got to work with patients and really felt their gratitude and connect with them. It just made me realize that this is where I want to be and what I want to do. Because literally yesterday we were taking our last final and now we're here wearing our pins and our sashes, and it's like we finally made it.
As the chairperson for the School of Nursing, Maria Crow says that seeing students she taught cross the finish line gives her confidence that they will go on to inspire others to enter the medical field.
We need nurses at the bedside, and we need nurses to educate the new nurses. Our profession is under attack, so this is really a very important day for us because we can see the continued legacy that's going to go forward. And it's really great to see how people decide that this was their calling.
Their graduation also comes as Connecticut deals with an ongoing nurse shortage. In a 2020 report, Governor Ned Lamont's office said the state will need around 3,000 new registered nurses every year. Joey DeCino says he left his career to help fill that gap.
I had a career of 10 years in education, and I decided to leave that career to pursue nursing. There's definitely times where we were all overwhelmed. Some of us cried, some of us were like, is this really the right thing that we should be doing? We stuck with it because we see how important it is to enter the nursing profession, one that truly needs new nurses.
Dozens of graduates now embark upon a journey that will influence future generations while saving lives. At Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven, Jalen Anderson, Fox 61.
Jalen, thanks. Congrats to all of those new nurses.
We need nurses.